Alright guys, Fula coming to you with another video. Shout outs to the whole LDBC. If you like this video, please feel free to like. Please feel free to also subscribe to the page. I ask you to, but as I said before, it's always by choice, never by force. So, a subscriber asked me, hey, what kind of foods do y'all usually eat? What kind of foods do you usually cook and things like that? And so I said, well, our staples are like meats, vegetables, rice, and just different kinds of things that are similar to grains. And so I decided on just giving a breakdown of a dish that I prepared today. As you know, it is Ramadan, and so we have about 8 days left of that. And so I made this dish based on the fact that I'm going to be eating it later. And, it's better to prepare it early because, come on now, you don't want to be waiting for food and you're hungry. You know what I mean? It's just not a good look. So, this dish right here is called sauce feuille. And what sauce feuille is basically it contains it can contain one of two things or one of three things. The first, it can be having cassava leaf. The second, it can be having sweet potato leaf. And the third, it can be having spinach. I made mine with spinach. Not to say that you can't find cassava leaves or sweet potato leaves, but I just went with the spinach for the time being. So this dish right here basically contains spinach. It also contains, I put some goat meat inside of it. As far as the seasonings I put inside of it, I put a Maggi cube, which is basically a bouillon cube. I put ginger inside of it, salt, peppers, and also these chilies right here also give it seasoning as well. And so, dishes like this are kind of good for me because they cover all the areas that I need, that such as the vegetable area being one of them, the other area being the meat. I'm sorry, vegans, but I'm gonna eat meat. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna eat meat every day. You know what I mean? But for my body type, if I didn't eat meat, I would disappear. That's just the bottom line. So I have to keep meat in my diet. You know what I mean? Now, granted, I don't eat beef and I don't eat pork, but there's no limits when it comes to lamb and goat and chicken. And whenever I get a chance to, rabbit sometimes, and also, I want to say camel meat, but that's very hard to find. But anyhow, man, this is just a typical dish we eat back home. There's many dishes we eat back home, that I can show. If you want me to do a cooking tutorial of one of these dishes, let me know and I can do it. You know what I mean? We have dishes such as something we call mafe, which is a peanut stew. We have dishes called yassa. We have dishes, just different kinds. Kachupa, different dishes. Chicken kanja, all types of things, okay, that we can choose from. But when it comes to the cuisine, it really staples around a couple of key things: meat, vegetables, beans, and rice. Okay, that's what it mostly staples around. But this sauce, you know what I mean, I'm gonna put this sauce on top of a grain. I'm not gonna put it on top of rice, but when it comes down to it, maybe later on I'll put it on rice, but tonight it's gonna be over a grain, in which we call a cheque. And what basically a cheque is basically I want to say a cassava grain. This is what a cheque is. It's like a cassava grain. And as you see by the picture, you put it you put a stew or meats on top of it, pretty much like you would a bed of rice. But that's how we eat, man. That's pretty much how, like, is the African way of eating for the most part. East Africa is pretty different, but it, it mostly contains like a bed of rice, some couscous, and some kind of sauce. And this is throughout all of West Africa, you know what I mean? And so this is how we do it. But anyhow, man, I'm gonna just end this short video. If you like what you see, let me know if you want me to just do a tutorial of the dish, and I will do a tutorial in the future of dishes that I prepare. But anyhow, man, that's all I got. Leave your thoughts, leave your comments. Good job.